Hey, it's Monet. I'm a junior at the Brooklyn Friends School. It's a private Quaker school that's located in downtown Brooklyn. Quakerism is a branch of Christianity that believes in a divine light in everyone, simplicity, and nonviolence. I came to Brooklyn Friends as a freshman. From 1st to 8th grade, I went to PS 334, or the Anderson School. I don't remember Anderson being very racially diverse, but I do remember it being more focused on academics and not much else. Entering Brooklyn Friends, I felt they shared a different set of core values that included diversity, but it doesn't mean that issues don't still arise.
My name is Sidney Bridges, and my job position is the head of the upper school at Brooklyn Friends School. So the mission and values, core values of Brooklyn Friends School, I think, are really holistic. To me, it's about the education of the whole child. One of the core values of our school is about cultivating respect for and an openness to other people and their experiences. One dimension being, how we treat other people. We have fallen short because there is the presence of, bullying. There's been racist behavior in our school, and those kinds of things they don't speak to the mission that says, well, we need to be respectful of the dignity of all persons. Those are forms also of violence.
People were throwing around derogatory slurs like the N-word towards black people, and also the F-word, like a homophobic slur. And there's this one kid that Chromecasting is kind of like projected on a board like a Hitler speech in the middle of class.
Nunmehr endgültig abgelöst wurde von einem ruhenden Pol.
It made a lot of people really upset, rightfully. It seemed like the school wasn't punishing this person or punishing people that were saying things that were derogatory.
Finally, people had had enough. On April 20th, 2016, a young woman broke the silence of Quaker meeting and staged a walkout. Quaker meeting happens every Wednesday and is a time where the whole upper school congregates in a meeting house to sit and reflect in silence, unless compelled to speak.
If we do a protest, how does that work? When, where, which period, who, who do we tell?
I didn't know that it was going to happen at all, and I didn't know what it was about.
When you tell everybody, it always somehow a dean finds out, and then the principal finds out, and then the head of school finds out, and then it's busted.
The flaw of it was that the communication wasn't very good. That's why a lot of people didn't go in, because they didn't realize what it was. They didn't realize, they were like, oh, is this a place for us? Is this a place for people of color? And it was a split-second decision.
So then we were like, okay, what is coming up that, we have the school all together at one time where they're forced to listen. Everyone has to be quiet. You can't be on your phone. There's no distractions. And if you are distracted, you get in trouble for it. And we were like, Quaker meeting.
A lot of people started talking about their problems with the school. And I thought it would just be kind of like a Quaker meeting where people were talking about stuff.
Our friend Kia decided to stand up and say that she felt like the injustices that were going on in our school with microaggressions and kids using very derogatory terms towards other people. She thought that was completely inappropriate, and she felt like she couldn't sit in silence anymore.
She's like, I'm done. I don't know what she said, but she's like, she's done.
I was like, I can't take it anymore. And you know what? I'm leaving. And I said, I know what a lot of you mean. A lot of you know what I mean when I say I'm leaving. And if you're one of those people who know what I mean when I say I'm leaving, then you're leaving with me.
And I was like, are you leaving the school? I was like, well, what? I just didn't understand, really.
There were people who didn't know what it was. And they didn't know what she was talking about, so they didn't go with her.
I was looking at my friends. I was like, should we go or not? I don't know. And we ended up going because we didn't want to get roasted.
There were like several reasons that I left. One was that I wanted to support like the people who left, because I do support them. But another was like I didn't want to be like the people who were left behind, because I felt like that was a statement against them.
I assumed that I would walk out and there would be 30 people behind me. I walk out, I look behind me, and there's at least 150 people behind me. And I was like, this is so beautiful.
So after people left the Quaker Meeting House, we went to the upper school lobby, and they blocked the doors, and they blocked like any entrance to the inside. They did a blockade to make a statement.
During the protest, so many students spoke, and it was like so emotional, and I don't know, it was like a very intense experience. I think it was like 2-3 hours long.
It was like another Quaker meeting, except there's more talking.
It's good to see the school coming together and like students really listening to each other.
People were like actually talking, which is new for the school.
It really opened my eyes that a lot of people at our community, like a lot of people were suffering.
Well, you know, the Langston Hughes poem, "When will America be America?" You know, when will America represent and in its day-to-day living really meet the ideals of the expectations? And when will Brooklyn Friends become and be fully Brooklyn Friends?
For a moment in time, like a fraction in time, like we had what BFS stood for.
I don't think an event like this could have ever happened in my old school because of its lack of diversity. The diversity of people in Brooklyn Friends led to the protest because the different perspectives they had on various issues sparked conversations that essentially led to this conflict. Discussions we had during and after the protest were necessary for growth and learning in the community. My experience at Brooklyn Friends and this protest made me appreciate the differences of others more. As civil rights activist Audre Lorde notes, it is not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences.